So we're doing a demo on coping tubing. So if this was our distance that we needed, 2 bars, we mocked it up on the bench here. We're going to measure the inside distance first, which is 20 inches. We need a 1/2 inch cope on each end. So we're going to cut our tube to go in between here 1 inch longer than what we need. So it's cut at 21 inches. Now we need to mark a 1/2 inch on each end. So we're going to scribe each end. We're going to mark it here at a 1/2 inch. So now you can see we have a scribe mark. Now we can highlight it with a Sharpie, and then we need a 1/2 inch deep cope. We want to, you can put a piece of tubing on there like so, and then you can mark around it with a Sharpie.
Actually, what I do is I take a, and then the next.
So go ahead and mark it out. So you want to pay attention, and you're going to cut this and leave the Sharpie mark. Because if we go on the, if we take the Sharpie mark away, when we get all done, we could have a piece that's a little too short. Alright, so the next step now is we're going to take a 4.5 inch angle grinder and we're going to grind this out. So we also transfer our mark to the other side. And then if you roll it here, we've got it, we moved the mark so we know where our other cope needs to be. So make sure it's securely attached to a bench. We do not like to use a brand new stone. You see how it's all squared off? We use one that, if it's available to you, that's already got a little bit of a radius to it and not the big square edge. It's a lot easier to do this with a stone that's been used a little bit already at this point. So you may find that as soon as you grind it, that you have to trim the edges just a little bit. And you can see that we're touching on their corners here, and we need to take the corners just a little bit further. And there you have one side of it coped. Now I know that a lot of people, you can go buy hole saws, you can buy different notchers and stuff, but if you're just making yourself one cage, you can definitely do this with just a 4.5 inch angle grinder and get this job done, and you'll use the angle grinder for years, where a hole saw notcher, you're not probably going to use it once.